today on 2+U Nevada.
We stay at the Ronald McDonald House there in Delaware, and they had an event one Christmas that kind of meant a lot to me, and I was like, okay, what can I do in my community to bring this here? And then Alex was like, this is definitely something that we need to put together. Let's make it happen. And we had a huge success last year with the toy drive.
We think of firefighters being there when we need them. This year, the Truckee Meadows firefighters continue their holiday toy drive, and the story behind it is so heartwarming, how one of their own received help and started this amazing tradition.
Keep your money in our neighborhood, in our city, and supporting our local people that are supporting local people, your neighbors.
This weekend is Small Business Saturday, and MidTown Reno has a super fun way to support our locally owned shops. Being 2+U Nevada. Thank you for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. I'm Sarah Johns, your host. We have a great show for you today. The countdown is on not only for Thanksgiving, but also December holidays. Reno Mayor Hillary Schieve joins us to talk about the biggest little city's tree lighting and how holidays look different for everyone, especially for families who are dealing with empty chairs at the holiday table. And Sean Hill from Sierra Nevada Journeys joins us to talk about getting kids outside. Don't go anywhere. We have a fantastic show for you today. Thank you for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I am so excited to be joined by firefighters. I mean, who doesn't love having firefighters in the house, right? Thank you guys so much for being here. We've got Tony Shiro and Alex Dorr. You guys are from the Truckee Meadows Fire Protection District, as well as the Truckee Meadows Firefighter Foundation. We're talking about the holidays, and you guys are doing such a good job with your second annual toy drive, and you're going to have parades all throughout the community. So first and foremost, let's talk about the toy drive. What spurred this last year and made you want to do it again this year?
Well, it kind of started when my daughter was born. My daughter has a rare genetic condition. We've been in and out of hospitals in the Ronald McDonald House. We traveled to Delaware every 3 months for her medical treatment. With that, we stay at the Ronald McDonald House there in Delaware, and they had an event one Christmas that kind of meant a lot to me, and I was like, okay, what can I do in my community to bring this here? And then Alex was like, this is definitely something that we need to put together. Let's make it happen. And we had a huge success last year with the toy drive. So
that makes me
extremely
so
grateful
happy
for the community for their help.
So with the toy drive, well, first and foremost, how's your daughter?
My daughter's doing amazing. She just had her first big spine surgery. She has a rare form of dwarfism. So with that, it becomes like, comes with like a severe scoliosis. So she had growing rods placed, and she's doing amazing. She's 5 years old, running around, going crazy, doing all the things. Driving me, yeah.
5, you're not only brave as a firefighter, you're brave as the father of a 5-year-old.
Yep.
So I'll throw that out there. Alex, tell me, when you hear this story and you're like, yeah, Tony, we're going to do this, what did you expect last year?
A whirlwind of all kinds of things, to be perfectly honest. The first question that I asked him is, are you ready? Once we start this, we're going all the way. And we were under a very short timeline last year with a ton of our administration and the community. We pulled it off in a very short time. This year we had a lot more time to plan. We kind of chatted amongst ourselves of, we want to do this, we're going to do it. And we've got a lot of moving parts this year, but we are very excited about it, and it will be awesome, and we're really hopeful that the community comes out and supports it. So.
A lot of moving parts. So you have a lot of parades. So is the toy drive incumbent on these parades? Like, people can only donate at the parade, or can they donate elsewhere and then just have fun and see you guys with
So our toy drive actually is still going on. It goes through December 15th. They are not required to donate at the parades. There are lots of options. They can come to any of our fire stations. They can come to our administration building. All of that is on our websites. We are gearing up the 29th and 30th. We are doing a Fill the Fire Truck event at the Spanish Springs Walmart. We'll be there from 9 to 5, both of those days. Somewhere in the parking lot, not sure exactly yet, but we're hard to miss. And that gives our community an opportunity to buy toys at Walmart if they choose and come hang out, interact with us. There might be some stickers and things like that for the kiddos. It's a way for them to contribute to our toy drive without maybe driving to our stations. So however they want to do it. The parades are also something we're gearing up for. That's another opportunity for the community to give toys if they want. We're going to be just driving around neighborhoods. It's all online. It shows the route that we're going on. So if they want to interact with us, feel free. We welcome it.
So cool. And I'd be remiss, we're talking about this toy drive and we're talking about how the toy drive came to be, but you donate these toys to benefit Renowned Children's Hospital and patients at the Ronald McDonald House. So when do you then deliver these toys?
So going back to kind of what this toy drive means to me, when you're in the hospital with your child, especially around the holidays, when you have somebody, whether it be a child life specialist or somebody coming to visit you in the rooms, it makes a huge difference. It just kind of takes you away and out of that mindset of, you know, being in the hospital with your child who's going through some difficulties. And for the kids, they light up whenever they see like a superhero or a princess, or we're hoping to be firefighters for them. So it just lightens the mood. So it means it's a big deal. And then you got the Ronald McDonald House, which they were extremely grateful for our donations last year. Whenever my daughter goes into a house in Delaware, they give her a little gold coin, and that's her favorite thing. It allows her to go into a toy room and she's able to pick out her favorite toy. Our goal this year is to not only support those two people, but to have enough to where we can support some other children's charities in the area. So
you guys, such great work.
We're doing that on December 20th is when we'll be doing that. So
such great work. Thank you. I do want to say December 11th is the Sun Valley route. December 12th is the Spanish Springs route. We're talking the parades now. December 13th is the Cold Springs route. December 14th is the South Reno route. And December 15th is the Verdi mobile route. And again, you can get this information on the website. What website do you want people to go to?
It'll be our main page, Truckee Meadows firefighter. You can Google it if that works easy for most people. The link.
And I'm putting it on the screen right now so you guys can see it on the screen. Write that down. That will give you all the parade routes and station locations to make your donations.
Yep. And we're going to have a lighted fire engine with a bunch of decorations all over it, music blasting. We just got news this morning that our local partners with Washoe County Sheriff's Office are going to be along the parade route with us. So we're hoping for a big success this year with that.
You
looking
guys,
to spread some holiday cheers all.
Good for you. Thank you so much. Thank you for all of your hard work. And thank you for keeping our community safe from fire too.
Thank you.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I'm so excited to have Jamie Chapman here with us this afternoon. She's the executive director of MidTown Reno. Jamie, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Sarah.
You know, we are so excited to have you here. First and foremost, MidTown Reno is a nonprofit district. So explain to folks at home what you do to help support the businesses of Midtown.
Right. So Midtown, the association was started in 2008 during the recession. Some business owners got together. We're like, we need to drive business down here and people and show all the new things that we're doing, the new businesses. And so we started with the Art Walk, which is now dancing in the streets and just bringing events and then looking at businesses that we wanted to bring to the area to really make it what Midtown is today. And we continue to do that with the Midtown snowflakes that are coming up. So making beautification, right? Making it pretty and welcoming. We added more trash cans and just making the neighborhood nicer for the small businesses and the people that come there so they feel safe and it's clean and nice.
And, you talk about Midtown and taking a look. So MidTown Reno started in 2008 and just taking a look at the complete change that Midtown has gone through.
Right?
It is amazing.
I wasn't here. Yeah, I wasn't here in 2008, but I've read and heard like the horror stories. I was lucky. I'm their first executive director, and I came in. I just had my 2-year anniversary, so I got to come in when Midtown was really nice already, and I get to kind of just carry on the legacy that everybody's done. But yeah, it's beautiful, right? It's awesome, and we're just
gorgeous.
getting better and better.
Yes, it's absolutely gorgeous. Love the Midtown businesses. And I love how they're all like real local businesses. And so in this week, and honestly, in this season of
all the
high consumerism, and all the time, yes. But in this season of everybody's looking to go shopping and to buy and to consume products, we need to remember our small businesses.
Yeah.
And why is it so important that people do remember the small business?
Because then your money stays here,
yeah.
Right? Keep your money in our neighborhood, in our city, and supporting our local people that are supporting local people, your neighbors. These are people that it's hard to own a small business. I'm a small business owner. It's rough out there, And so the more money that you put into that, then the less we're going to have of these big corporations coming in. And Midtown is made up of all small businesses, right? Like we don't have any chains, and we want to keep it like that. We have to support them.
Yeah, we have to support them. So, of course, Small Business Saturday is coming up. And you have a fun activity.
Did you know this was started by American Express?
I saw the commercial.
Yeah, I just saw the commercial too. I was like, no way. And we do partner with American Express for the event. This is, I think, our 4th year partnering with them. It's our 2nd year for the scavenger hunt. And so partnering with American Express, we get a bunch of totes and different things and stickers and fun stuff like that we're going to give away for participants that show up to the Welcome Center. So I'll tell you how the scavenger hunt works is you're going to register online at renomidtown.com/shop small Saturday. And it'll open up, the specials and the map will open up for you at midnight, but then businesses will open around 7, I think is our first one. And you can look at your map. It's GPS. It's not an app. So you just go on a website, click I am here, and it'll show you the businesses closest to you with the specials. And you can all you have to do to get a point to enter into the raffle is walk into a business. It GPS tracks you.
Wow.
Now, if you want to get the free tote and an extra point, you can check in at the Midtown Welcome Center from 10 until 1, and that's located inside of Reno Public Market. And then I think we have 22 businesses signed up with specials right now, but they're all last minute, so people will come in later.
It's a last minute town.
Yeah, like, man, we really are, right? And so those specials will be coming in. You'll get those. Like I said, the map will open up at midnight. And so for every business you go to, you get a point entered into the raffle. There are several ways. You'll get a whole little thing on how to get the most points to get entered in the raffle. And the raffle prizes are awesome this year. There's like a silver Nevada necklace, a bunch of like $100 gift cards, a free membership at Sports West. There's like so many cool prizes this year that you want to participate. Like I think I told you, we had over 400 people last year. So we're thinking it's going to be a big turnout, lots of fun.
That's fantastic. So 400 last year. Let's get 500 this year.
Let's go 800.
Let's
Come
go
on,
800.
Sarah.
Okay. No kidding. No, absolutely.
Right? Come on, Reno, you can do it.
We should double the number every year. So next year, 1,600.
Yeah.
Perfect. I'm loving this. I'm loving the trend.
Big.
But no, really and truly, Jamie, like I absolutely love what MidTown Reno does for the small businesses in Reno. And it really, I mean, my parents were small business owners. Yeah. I just came from a nonprofit that helped small businesses. Like it is so important that we remember to help our small business community. Like you said, it is not easy out there.
And it's cool, right? Like you're gonna find cool things that you won't get at Walmart and other places, right? And a lot of times they're just the same price. Like people are worried about shopping small because it's gonna be more expensive, and they're really competitive prices.
Yeah.
And Prudent Bougie's on the list. Have you been to Prudent Bougie?
No, but is that
Oh my
someplace I
gosh,
need to
you're gonna
go?
have to. I get all my Christmas presents. It's like the best. Their Shop Small Saturday deals are incredible, and
Okay.
I get all my Christmas presents there every year.
Jamie, thank you for the tip.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a look for sure.
You'll love it.
And thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Me, I hope to see you soon.
You're watching 2+ Nevada. You are watching 2+ Nevada, and joining us this afternoon, Reno Mayor Hillary Schieve and my friend. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon.
Well, thank you for having me, Sarah. It's always nice to be with you.
It's so good to see you. And we are talking the holiday Christmas tree lighting because the city of Reno is having that big event on Friday.
Yes, it's one of my most favorite time of the year, I think, because the community really comes together. They celebrate, people are excited, they're happy. So we're really encouraging people to come out. It's this Friday at 7 p.m. We will have Christmas caroling, hot cocoa. We also have a lot of vendors outside. It's just a really nice time for the community to come together. I think now more than ever, you know, a lot of people are suffering with isolation and loneliness. We know that by the data, especially our seniors. So we really want to have people come out and join us and be part of the community.
And again, is this at the Believe Plaza?
Yes,
Okay.
every year we do it at the Believe Plaza. And this year I am keeping my fingers double crossed because last year when I tried to light it, it didn't go so well. So this year,
don't need to remember that.
Right. But this year, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. And I always have children come up and help me, you know, kick it off. But it was unfortunate when we went to hit the button and nothing lit up.
All right.
So we changed that this year.
But what's great about events like this and what's great about these December holidays and getting people together is it doesn't matter, you know, who you are, what you believe, who you love, what side of the red, blue, purple, you know, we all come together for the spirit of the holiday, right?
Absolutely. I just think it's an important time to be with family and friends. We need to be reminded what we're grateful for. But it is one of those times, I think, that people do feel anxiety and depression. We forget to talk about that a lot of the time. I think, you know, a lot of people suffer in silence. And so this is really that one time of year that I really encourage our community to come out and celebrate with each other. And that's the other cool thing is you actually meet a lot of people. And we just encourage people to sing and, you know, hold hands and just be one with the community.
I'm so glad you brought that up though too, because I mean, you even come here with experience of how hard the holidays can be for families, especially when there's a loved one who's not celebrating with you.
Yeah, I think, you know, for me, and I hate to admit this, I'm a total Grinch now. I think there are people that can relate to that. The holidays are really, really hard for me because whenever I look around our table, you know, we have 3 place settings that are missing. And I think a lot of families experience that during the holidays. It's supposed to be such a time of joy, but we have to really remember that people are struggling. And so I want you to reach out to, you know, friends and family and loved ones, check in on them. We have resources. We have 988. If you are in a crisis, call them immediately. That is really helpful. But one of the tools that we now have in the community that I think are really a game changer is the Crisis Center. We worked on the Crisis Center for 7 years. It's open 24/7, no questions asked. You can go there at any time. And it's really important because typically the way that you would usually need to seek help is through the emergency room. And as you know, that can take a long time. And also I always say in our ERs, that's where they fix broken bones, not broken brains.
Yep.
And so it's really specialized and really needed. And so I'm really grateful that we have it now. And it just opened up 2 weeks ago. it's not at Renown, it's on a side campus. And so
we have the contact info there on your screen, because like you say, it is so important. The phone number's on your screen, the address is on your screen 24/7. And Hillary, I mean, I hope you don't mind me saying this, I just saw it in the hall when you were hugging a coworker and a deep, longtime friend of yours. You never know when grief is going to hit. You never know when that feeling of loss will just come upon you and take you over. I mean, I heard somewhere grief is a terminal illness. You know, like it does not go away.
You're exactly right. I thought I would be okay coming here today, and for people that probably are watching and don't know, my sister passed away from cancer, and someone who was very special in my life and in her life, he happens to work here. And whenever I saw him, it brought back so many memories and how much he loved her and cared for her, and I was just so incredibly grateful. But I think you're right. Grief hits at the strangest of times, and also when we least expect it. And I always say you never move on, you just move forward. And so it's a process, and I think we all experience it at some time in our lives in different ways, but it's important to especially acknowledge it during the holidays.
Yes.
Because people really struggle when they, like I said, for me, when I look around our table, and honestly, you know, I don't celebrate anymore. I try to do other things in the community that fill me and be a part of their family. And so, you know, I look around the table, and when you're missing those place settings, it just sort of hits you.
Yeah.
And so I really am stressing and reminding people to reach out to loved ones. And especially, I know family, at this time of year too, can be difficult and challenging. You know, we all hear the stories. Right? We hear the stories about family, or, you know, mother-in-laws or whatever they are, right?
Yeah.
So you tend to have even a little bit more dynamics, so they can be a little bit more challenging.
Well, I can't thank you enough for being here and being so open about how the holidays can be hard for some people at times, but that's why we come together as a community. That's why we celebrate together as one, and the Christmas tree lighting is this Friday. Thank you so much for joining us.
Please come out, everyone. We hope to see you there.
You're watching 2+U Nevada.
You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us this afternoon, Michelle Cagle, the owner of Circle of Life Hospice and the president of Circle of Life Hospice Foundation, and Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, the vice president of the foundation. Thank you both for being here this afternoon.
Thank you.
You know, I speak from personal experience because my grandma went through hospice when she passed away, and it was such a beautiful way for her to pass, and it wasn't traumatic for the family. And what I love is that Circle of Life has set up a foundation to provide that gift for people who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it.
Correct.
Michelle, talk about the ethos behind setting up the Circle of Life Hospice Foundation.
Yes, so the foundation was founded in 2002, and it was for people that just didn't have means, didn't have food, didn't have rent money, but it was always the vision to have a guest house. And that guest house is for people that cannot afford room and board at the end of life or don't have a caregiver. So just to give you an idea, assisted living can cost anywhere from $6,000 to $13,000. In-home care can cost up to $30,000 a month if it's 24/7. And so this house is one of its kind in the state of Nevada. It's a social model guest house. And we are a nonprofit, 501c3. We raise money, and we have free beds for people that would otherwise be at the CARES campus, at home, and cannot care for themselves. They don't have a wife, or their wife might be too old to take care of him. So there's so many different scenarios, but it is absolutely free to the dying. And our goal is that nobody dies alone. And it's not okay for people to die alone or to die in pain. And so that's what this house has been set up for. And we were gifted this house by Lawrence J. Weiss. Dr. Weiss, he's one of our board members, but he gave us this house and said, let's do this. And it's small, but it's mighty, and we love it. And we've served 75 people since June of 2024.
Wow. Chaz, as a chaplain who sees these people and these families, the house specifically is for people who may not have, we don't want them to die alone. But what do you see from the chaplain side, the beauty in this home?
Absolutely. So we've helped people from the ages of 17 to 99 years old. And just seeing the community come together is so incredibly beautiful. You'll see wives who are struggling with their husbands passing, sitting together, crying together. This really is a safe place for a beautiful goodbye. That's our other motto. And it's just a place where people can come and have hope and dignity. And that's so critical. It's such a need. For every person we help in our 4 beds that we do have in the house, we do have to turn away 2 to 3 people, and it's a kind of a fluctuating roller coaster. But the need is definitely there, and not just a need to have a bed, but a place where they can live life to the fullest for whatever time remains, because hospice is not about dying. It's about living with hope and dignity.
So beautiful. So we are in the season of giving right now, and hospice care can be expensive care, and this is something that the foundation is providing to our community members. So what do you want folks to know as we enter the season of giving?
Well, the hospice care is actually covered by Medicare, but this foundation covers room and board. And so Medicare and Medicaid insurance does not cover room and board or caregiving, and that's where the gap is. And so our budget is about $340,000 a year to have a 24-hour caregiver in the house at any time. And again, we don't have any expenses for the house, but it's 99.9% caregiving. And so we need to raise money, and we've had a lot of community support since we've been open, but we have to continue. We have to continue, and it runs us about $30,000 a month to have 4 beds available for people that would otherwise have nowhere to die with peace and dignity and comfort.
Well, and as Chaz said, you are currently having to turn people away because there is such a need.
Yes, and it's very hard. It's very hard for us to say no to people. And we serve people from the CARES campus. Like you said, we've served people 17, 26. Age, death does not discriminate against age. And these people need us. And it's a dream, and we're so honored to do this. It's been a dream of ours for a very long time, and we're very proud.
Well, we're proud of you for this foundation and for what this foundation does. For information on the Circle of Life Hospice Foundation, as well as Circle of Life Hospice, where do people go?
They go to colhospice.com, and there you'll find the foundation page and all the information about our board of directors, our budget, our plan. There's a way to get on there and donate, and even if it's $1, even if you can afford $1 a month, if 30,000 people were willing to give $1 a month, we would be set, and we could keep this mission going forever.
All right, Chaz, any final words?
It's just, this is something that is impacting our community for generations, and it doesn't just affect those who are displaced or homeless. It affects all levels of society, and you don't think you're going to need it until you need it. So it's a worthy cause to invest in, and we got to keep it going.
Thank you both for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. Joining us this afternoon, Dave Cleveland, Vice President and Commercial Lender at Plumas Bank, and Sean Hill, the CEO of Sierra Nevada Journeys. Guys, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Sarah.
Dave, you're really here because Plumas Bank has this philosophy to get involved in the community and really be on community boards and volunteer your time. What is it about Sierra Nevada Journeys that made you want to be on their board?
Yeah, certainly. No, my family and I first moved out here about 4.5 years ago, and I had a daughter who was in 5th grade, and she had the opportunity to go out and spend the night out at Sierra Nevada Journeys, and she came home and couldn't stop talking about it. So I had to figure out what it was all about, and I was able to have the opportunity to meet with Sean and see if there was any open board spots there, because I knew I had to be involved. And after that, it was just kind of glad that I was able to become a part of the organization and help them out.
And Dave, this journey with Sierra Nevada Journeys really started with your daughter, but it's also reinforced by Plumas Bank.
Yeah, certainly. Working at Plumas Bank, it's definitely a community bank, and we definitely strive ourselves to get out and work with different organizations in our community. So working with an organization like Sierra Nevada Journeys has been awesome for us. We're coming up on our 45th anniversary of serving our community with Plumas Bank. So when we partner with organizations like Sierra Nevada Journeys, it just kind of instills that whole community banking aspects and allows us to truly make an impact.
And Sean, how cool is that to hear that the magic and the fire came from his daughter?
It's the best. It's my favorite thing ever. Whenever I can meet people in the community who have a personal experience or connection to our organization and our mission, it's one of my favorite things that ever happened. So it's wonderful.
So let's tell people at home what Sierra Nevada Journeys is, what S&J's mission is.
Sure. So, we actually are seeing a generation of kids that are growing up differently than a lot of us grew up. And a big reason for that is because they're behind screens quite often. And so what our goal is at Sierra Nevada Journeys, we want to get kids unplugged. We want to get them into nature. And by the way, while we're there, we're teaching them all kinds of excellent things around natural sciences, critical thinking skills, and we're getting kids to communicate and collaborate face-to-face.
That is so important. And getting them conversing with one another, like your daughter, when she came home from Sierra Nevada, and it was the camp?
So it was an overnight camp that they do where they're able to go into the different classrooms and bring, school-age kids out to their camp, yeah.
So what was her favorite part?
I think, as Sean kind of put it, being outside with her friends and, learning about science in the actual natural elements, I think for her was something that, she loved. And like I said, couldn't stop talking when she got home about it. So.
And Sean, it's so important. You were telling me that there was this study done, Washoe County actually funded it, and they interviewed children at one particular school, and those kids had never been to a park, a Washoe County park.
Yeah. It was a really great partnership that we did with the county, where we took students in the North Valleys to one of the county's regional open space parks, the Sun Valley Regional Park. One of the schools was you could throw a rock and hit this park that we took the kids to. Had a great day of outdoor education. 85% of those kiddos, this was an elementary school, had never been to that park before. So really introducing kids to the outdoors and to their local spaces. And in this case, it was a county park that is all of ours.
So important. And then we were talking before this interview started, because you have a summer camp. You also have a lot of camps, but you said my son is now the right age. Okay, so let's talk about this because he's 8, our daughter's 6. When is the age for children to get involved in S&J?
Yes. So summer camp starts at 8 years old for our overnight sleepaway camp. And that's the kiddos are there. You drop them off on Sunday, you pick them up on Friday. Camp is about 45 minutes from Reno, and they'll get dirty, they'll get tired, they'll have a great time. But eight is the beginning age, so it's go time for summer camp.
And this is your foundational camp, like this is the flagship. This is where it all started, right?
It is. There's a lot of wonderful history with Sierra Nevada Journeys. We actually used to run programs on the shores of Lake Tahoe. But yes, we've been running the overnight programs at our camp for the last about 16 years, if you can believe it.
16 years. And we've got to tie it all back because it's in Plumas County. You said 45 minutes away, but it's in Plumas County. And of course, Dave, you work at Plumas Bank. So just going to throw that one out there. With this sleepaway camp, when do parents need to start looking, because it's a summer camp, so when do parents need to start considering and looking about registering for that particular camp?
Such a good question because I get asked about this a lot. Camp does book early, and January, after the holidays comes around, you're not thinking about summer camp, but that is when registration opens. So we will be opening registration early January, if not sooner, for some of our returning campers. But yes, it's well in advance of summer. Start thinking about it.
Okay, and then when it comes to spring break, is there anything that S&J does for spring break?
During the school year, we're working with schools, and we're going into the schools and doing hands-on science lessons and then taking kids on one-day field trips. So during spring break for one district, we might be working with another district on those school programs.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for doing the good work and getting our kids outdoors, because we live in such a beautiful place. They need to love the outdoors.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. I love talking about what we do. And if anybody wants to learn more, there's a tab at SierraNevadaJourneys.org, Coffee with the CEO. I'm always enjoy meeting people in the community. So thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, SierraNevadaJourneys.org. This brought to you by Plumas Bank. You're watching 2+U Nevada. Only a couple more days until Thanksgiving, which I want to remind you, 2+U Nevada is preempted by football on Thursday and Friday. Of course, football games are just one Thanksgiving tradition. Here are some fun facts about Turkey Day. If you're working super hard on baking, basting, and prepping things this afternoon, well, get this. The first Thanksgiving meal in 1621 featured venison, goose, duck, fish, and corn-based bread. There wasn't turkey nor pumpkin pie. The average person consumes about 4,500 calories on Thanksgiving Day. The TV dinner was invented in 1953 after a food company overestimated turkey sales and had a 260-ton surplus. An adult turkey has about 3,500 feathers. Thank you for inviting us into your home this afternoon. We look forward to joining you most weekdays at 3 for 2+U Nevada. 2 News Nevada at 4 starts now.